right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Baseball Diaries. So we had two-person episodes. Finally, we have all four of us back together again.
There we go.
So just jumping right into the news and notes. This is something me and Tyler discussed preseason before you guys joined. The Orioles pitching staff is fucking abysmal.
Abysmal is. I mean, I thought they'd be abysmal. Yes.
I thought they'd be bad. I didn't know how bad it was going to be.
They're worse than the Colorado Rockies.
And the Rockies are probably are competing for the worst team in baseball.
Yeah. So right now, as it sits today, the Orioles have the worst ERA in baseball with a 5.48. Imagine giving up 5.5 runs a game and expecting to win baseball games.
I think they've surrendered 21 or 23 runs in their last 15 innings.
That's awesome.
That's really bad.
Charlie Morton ain't got it.
No.
Shocker.
Again,
got
Brendan,
it.
what's the best way to win baseball games?
Score more runs than the other team.
What makes it really hard to score more runs than the other team?
If your pitchers are surrendering more runs than your guys are scoring.
Exactly. It makes it really hard to win games.
Bump set spike on that one.
Yeah. Told you, we're looking professional now,
that was
boys.
nice. That was
Thank
nice.
you. They also have a 4.74 FIP, which means it's not better. It's not like they're getting unlucky. They just fucking suck.
Yes, they do.
It's brutal. I mean, I'm pulling it up right now because I thought I did it. I thought I did more of it.
I know Jay Hayes tweeted about it a lot recently, and
I've got it pulled up right here.
It's ugly. Like it's ugly in all aspects of the word. Like there's nothing pretty about it.
No.
Their players could be tearing the cover off the ball, and I mean everyone could be tearing the cover off the ball.
Take a guess what their starters ERA is.
It
is the worst. It's the worst in baseball. Spoiler alert.
7.4.
Not quite that bad.
I was gonna say it's probably 6.5 or something.
Yeah, I was
Close,
gonna go
6.22.
I was gonna go 6.38.
Let's see. Let's see if the FIP's even better. Holy
I doubt
fuck.
it.
I'm gonna guess.
Is it worse?
5.5. 5.54.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So they're not just like that's starting pitching, which we knew their starting pitching was bad, but that also tells me their relief pitching is not much fucking better. Let's see their relief pitching.
Their only reliable reliever at this point is probably Bautista, who just came back from TJ.
We got.
That's exactly what you want out of the one guy you can rely on.
Yeah.
Coming back from Tommy John surgery.
The one guy. He's
one man.
They are 7th by FIP with a 3.73 by their bullpen. And then by ERA, they are second to last with a 4.55.
Oof.
Anyone want to guess what team has a higher ERA by their bullpen?
Gotta be the Rockies, right?
Nope.
No.
Oh, actually, I only have it set for American League, so there might be another team. Hang on. Let me add both.
Well, then it has to be the White Sox.
Oh, there's actually a lot more teams. Holy shit, there's a lot of American League teams that have horrid bullpens.
The Yankees might be worse.
No. Yankees are not.
Oh, cool.
In the American League, the Angels were higher.
I was about to say the Angels is probably up there.
The Angels is pretty bad.
Nobody here is going to guess the highest, and it is by a shocking margin, too.
What's the margin?
The Red Sox.
So second place is Brendan's Phillies with a 5.70.
Shout out the god awful.
Don't worry, we're gonna get into your crash out eventually.
I know. I'm gonna need a stronger drink.
Giraffes. The number one team.
I'm not gonna talk about giraffes. I'm just gonna go into an hour-long rant about fucking Jordan Romano. It's not going to be even about Taiwan Walker this time. I can't even really blame him right now.
That's how bad the state of affairs are. You can't even blame Taiwan Walker.
It's over. This episode is called It's Over.
I accept that as a title.
The worst bullpen in baseball right now is the Washington Nationals with a 7.09.
Yo.
I don't...
7.09 is crazy.
I mean, I'm not entirely shocked that the Nats bullpen is that bad.
I'm not
Kyle
either,
Finnegan isn't exactly a great closer. Like, he's fine as a middle reliever, but using him as a closer is crazy because he has 3 pitches and none of them grade well.
Okay, but
Who
a 7.09 is
Well, they get
diabolical.
tattooed every game
Like,
I've ever seen them play. They've ever been in. Like Ferrer is another guy who has a good fastball, but all of his off-speed stuff is terrible.
This is one of those ones where, like, this again, like we've said it before, prime Jacob deGrom should have been able to commit crimes against his teammate, his offense, because he lost so many games. The starting pitching for the Nationals should be able to slap everyone in the bullpen for every loss.
Mackenzie Gore should be allowed to.
Oh, yeah.
Mackenzie Gore should absolutely be allowed to. I mean,
because
their pitching staff.
Oh wait, no, my bad.
No, you got it, Nick. Go ahead.
You're in the middle of. No, you're good. Go for it.
I'm just saying the starting staff for the Nats isn't even that bad. And
no, it's not atrocious.
I mean, most of those pitchers are definitely much better than replacement level, and
they got better by finally getting rid of
Patrick Corbin.
Yep.
But like their relievers, it's just a bunch of junk. Like they just found it in a scrap heap, and they were like, "Yeah, this is fine, whatever."
They all suck. It's so bad.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, you were going to say something?
Kyle Finnegan actually hasn't been that bad.
I was going to say, he's actually been good this year.
186 ERA, 8 saves. Very good. However,
not bad at all.
The rest of the bullpen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have negative WARs. 3 of them have a .1, and 1 hasn't pitched yet. So, he has. He's just been flat.
Nice.
But
nice.
That's horrible.
So one of their best relievers minus their closer have .1 wins above replacement.
Yes, they do.
Yikes.
Meanwhile, Mitchell Parker leads MLB in WAR apparently, at least for pitchers. He's got 1.7.
He's been nasty. He's been really nasty. Okay, so back to the Orioles and their atrocious pitching staff, as we've kind of went over. So I had the reason that normally we do our overreaction, underreaction after some stuff, but because it fit in very well right here, I have my tell me if I'm overreacting or underreacting. I have now changed my tune on the Orioles. I have them finishing either 4th or 5th in the AL East.
I think that's fine. I mean,
I don't have any problems with that. I don't think you're overreacting. I mean, I don't know. How many of your guys have, I think it's more than 5, have ERAs above 10? I mean, is it over? Is it over?
You can't, I mean, look, that offense has a lot of promise. I mean, they're not really doing all of that great this year, but there is a lot of promise there for the Orioles. There's something to be had with what they have going on over there. But when you have 0 pitching, you can't win. I mean, as Sean and I know from the Cardinals for the last decade, you can't win baseball games without pitching. Like, even just league average pitching. Like, something. Like, it's just, you can't do it. And Grayrod is not coming back, like, ever.
No.
Sagano is the only pitcher that's even, like, relevant.
He's been all right.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if he's your ace, though,
that's a problem.
That is a big problem.
That's a problem.
If he's your 5, I don't feel too bad. Your ace.
If he's your 4, it's not horrible.
No, exactly. It's like, all right, he's your 4. You can work with that.
But 35-year-old Tomoyuki Sugano with a 3.8 ERA.
I mean, Charlie Morton, Cade Povich, Dean Kremer. Yikes.
It's so bad.
That whole rotation has the whole starting rotation. The highest WAR on the team is Zach Eflin with a .5.
And he's injured.
I know.
Like, and I'm pretty sure once he made 2 starts.
3.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow.
Maybe they should just pitch better. I don't know.
So I guess I hit the nail on the head when I said I think 4th or 5th.
Yeah, 2 guys in your starting rotation One is leading the MLB in hits in Dean Kramer. And the other is leading in earned runs in Charlie Morton with 25.
25 in 20 and 2/3 innings pitched too.
That's impressive.
Like that's impressively bad.
You might
Also,
have to
hang
try
on.
to be that bad.
Hang on. Also, here's even more impressive. He's also got 21 strikeouts, so he is striking people out.
He's either striking them out or giving up runs. It's,
Yeah. Yeah, he's either striking them out or just getting dicked. That's it.
But yeah, I mean, they're not gonna. God, please don't let them finish above the Yankees. The Red Sox are getting hot now.
Well, because that's what I'm saying. I got for sure the Red Sox and the Yankees finishing above them. For sure.
The Rays are mid.
The Rays are mid.
The Rays and Orioles are probably interchangeable at 4 and 5. I think.
Yeah, and well, and I also could see I could see the Blue Jays having a better season than them. Honestly,
100%.
Or I could see the Blue Jays finishing in third. Like I could see third being the Blue Jays, the Rays, or the Orioles, and I see all three of those being a possibility. I think in no way they make the playoffs, though.
It's a bad day to be a fan of a bird team.
It is a bad day to be a fan of a bird team.
It's a bad season to be a fan of a bird team.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays re-signed Vladdy. They'll be all right.
They're the only ones who can say anything good right now.
Yeah. All right. So moving on from there, the Padres are not going to fucking stop, man.
No.
I thought I was like, okay, this is like, come on. Like, are they really going to continue? No, they're continuing this shit. Not only that, but Dylan Cease is like, it's not because Dylan Cease is killing it. He's actually starting off like unlucky as shit. And somehow they have the second best ERA in baseball with a 2.77. I think it's the highest FIP in baseball with a 3.32. And then their starters are 11th but with a 3.74, 6 by FIP, 3.49. And then their bullpen, I remember I think it's a full run lower than the next best team. They have a 1.43 ERA as a bullpen.
Jeez.
Which, how? Like, just how? Yeah, so the next best team has a 2.47. Yeah, by over a full run.
Amen.
And if you were going to tell me, like, the Padres are good, like, the Padres are really, really good, I'd be like, okay, so Jackson Merrill's going off, Fernando Tatis is having an MVP-like season, Manny Machado came back to life, like their offense is what's doing it. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, no, it's their starting pitch, it's their pitching in general. Just because, like, there's some names in that rotation. You got Cease, you got King, but Nick Pivetta has been disgusting.
He's been
Of all people.
insane.
Yeah, that's not like Nick Pivetta has been absolutely disgusting.
A .767 whip, like,
That's stupid.
what do you do? Like, what do you even do with that?
Yeah, in 30 innings pitched so far, he's got a 1.20 ERA.
And a 4.8 hits per 9.
Like, the guy who last season had a 4.14. The guy with a career... Actually, let me just sum it up this way. The guy with a career ERA of a 4.66.
He's now leading your freaking NL Cy Young charge.
Yeah.
Because, why not?
Because we all had that. That was my underdog pick of the year.
Someone's going to put up a slip with Nick Pivetta Cy Young, and I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah. Someone's going to put that slip up, and I'm just going to be like, you did not. That's a lie. You put a bunch of names on a dartboard, and you shut your eyes, spun around 3 times, and then threw the dartboard, and it hit the ground. And somehow you had a piece of paper that just said NP, and you're like, you know what, Nick Pivetta. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end with he's not keeping that up. The Padres
No, I
might,
agree
but
with
there's
that.
no way Nick Pivetta will. That's
because
ridiculous.
I think Dylan Cease figures out, gets like back to being lucky. Like, poor Dylan Cease is over here like Nick Pivetta's okay. Before I pull off his page, okay, I wanted to be like, okay, how lucky is he getting? But actually, his FIP is a 2.16. So apparently, he just is that guy now.
Sure, man.
Again, I don't think he keeps it up, but like, fucking apparently. But then you got Dylan Cease, who was second in Cy Young voting one year. He's got a 6.04 ERA with a 2.63 FIP. So, yeah. So does Nick Pivetta come back to being a 4.6 ERA pitcher? Probably. But does Dylan Cease also come back to being like a Cy Young contending pitcher? Probably also. So they could
You're pretty much
theoretically
just switching them.
Yeah, theoretically the Padres could be here to stay. And by run differential, they still have the best, second best. No, okay, the best run differential in the National League West, which is shocking because the Dodgers are in that division. And by run differential, the Dodgers should actually be in fourth. Yeah.
You love to see it, honestly.
You do love to see it. But they are only half a game out of the first place slot. And are they probably going to win the division? Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. The Padres, with their power of friendship, might do it.
I would love it if they pull a 2021 New York Giants, or no, not New York Giants, San Francisco Giants. A 2021 San Francisco Giants where everyone on the team just has a career season and they just beat the Dodgers for the division. I'd be like, you know what? I'm here for it. Thank you. I would personally thank every single one on Twitter. Every single Padre I'm tweeting. Thank you, Nick Pivetta. Thank you, Fernando Tatis. And then they're going to lose in the NLDS to the Dodgers, and my hopes and dreams will be killed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yep. After that, Spencer Strider is out on the IL with a very, if I were to guess a body part of his to not get injured, it was going to be this body part. Hamstring strain. Would not have guessed that.
With
Dude has horse legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, it doesn't make sense. The dude has legs that are of a centaur, and just somehow he hurt that part of his body.
But do we know how? We know it was during catch somehow, but did he
that just makes it even weirder?
Wrong? Yeah.
I don't know if he stepped wrong or what it could be, but to me it sounds like he just pulled a hammy. Quite honestly, probably back in a week or so. It's only 15-day IL, and it
was grade 1 though. I think.
Yeah. So wait, isn't grade 1 the lowest?
I can never remember.
I think grade 1's the lowest. I think.
Look at this guy thinking again.
I can't think. Yeah, grade 1's the lowest.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, he's fine.
I got Google. I can't think things. I just use Google.
I'm just so used to seeing Giancarlo Stanton hamstring strain. I'm like, all right, he's out for 3 months.
He's out for the year. So. He'll be back in the playoffs. He's going to hit 15 home runs in the playoffs, and
then tear his elbows because
and then just be out for the season again. Because that's just how that goes.
My man.
After that, Tristan McKenzie, big name, DFA'd.
Yankee.
Any thoughts on that?
Matt Blake, work your magic. Get the Brooklyn native over here, man.
If you would like that.
Is he worse than Cookie Carrasco?
As of now, yes.
But
there's a lot more promise. Maybe not that bad.
Will Warren was good yesterday, though. I'll give him that. But
Baltimore,
I'd rather take a flyer.
McKenzie.
no one under 30.
Yeah. In 4 games started this year, he has an 11.12 ERA. Hang on. Oh, no, sorry. 5 games, he has not started a game. I assumed he started a game because that's what he used to do. I guess so. 5 2/3, 7 earned runs. Nothing looks good. But honestly, it's been a lot of years since we've seen him look good. Honestly, the last time he's been good was 2022. He had a 2.96 and 30 games started. So that was good. And 191 innings pitched. I did not realize he had that many innings pitched. But then after that, 5.06 ERA in 4 games started, and last year was 16 games started with a 5.11 ERA. So Not great.
No, not at all.
No. Does he sign for a major league deal or a minor league deal?
Kind of. No,
Because somebody's going to take a chance on him.
Somebody will. It'll probably be like the Pirates or something like that.
It'll be the Cardinals.
Just our luck, right?
Yeah.
Washed up has-been Island. I love it.
Yep. That's our. So that's what the Cardinals do. We take guys like John Lester, Cardinal great.
Don't even bring that up anymore. John Smoltz. I think John Smoltz pitched for the Cardinals too.
Yep. Let's not forget Jose Quintana, which was our ace Game 1 starter of the 2022 wild card game.
Yeah, 22 against the Phillies.
Yep.
Yeah, It was him and then Montgomery, Game 2.
I forgot about that too.
They actually had a decent pitching staff because Quintana actually pitched well that year.
Quintana was good. Quintana, but my qualms with that one were the fact that he was our Game 1 starter was my issue.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that he was bad. No, if he would have been our Game 3 starter, I'd be like, all right, I'm not bad at that.
Yeah.
But him being our Game 1 starter, I was like, man. It'd be nice if we had a guy who could strike somebody out occasionally.
Right. I don't know who picks him up though. I mean,
I don't know who does.
I'd like to see him return to form. I really would.
He was nasty. I mean, when he had that 30 game or 191 innings pitched with a 2.96 ERA, how did he not get MVP or Cy Young votes that year?
I really don't know.
Honestly, doesn't make sense to me. He should have been in Cy Young voting. Let's see. Honestly,
I think somebody still picks him up on a major league deal, though.
You think on a major league deal?
I think so.
But if it's going to be a major league deal, I mean, I honestly could see the Yankees actually giving that a chance.
Somebody will. He won't have trouble, I don't think. But
no, I agree. I actually really could see the Yankees giving it a shot because it's what do they have to lose? They're not worried about money. If he sucks, then they will just DFA him also. So,
are we still on Tristan McKenzie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I was just saying
that
I think the Yankees could. Yeah, I was going to say could take a flyer on him.
Might as well.
Do you think it's a major league deal or a minor league deal though?
No, minor league deal.
You think okay? Sean said he thinks major league deal.
I think he'll find a major league deal somehow.
If it's the Yankees, I think it's a minor league deal.
For sure, if it's one of those top teams, yeah.
Elsewhere, but yeah.
If it's the White Sox
or the Pirates or the Reds or something, yeah.
I wouldn't subject that guy to the White Sox.
I wouldn't either. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm just saying it is in the realm of possibilities.
Unfortunately for him, yes.
Yeah. All right, so because Brendan, I kind of wanted Brendan to be here for us talking about the Mets because I know it's going to cause him to crash out horribly. I kind of just wanted to see him stew while we talked about the Mets. It would have been so fun, but I don't think he's going to come back for some time. We could stall a little bit. Sean, did you see the game that I almost called to a T? The Michaelis versus Bryce Elder start today?
Yep. I saw most of it.
I called it. I was like, this screams should be a 23-run ball game for each team, but somehow they're both going to throw good starts. I mean, Michaelis actually threw a quality start. Yeah.
It was 1-0 until the 7th or something.
Yes, the pitcher's duel of Miles Michaelis and Bryce Elder.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I literally put in our group chat and I said, watch, they're both going to go 7 innings pitched. I think I said 10 hits or something like that. No earned, 1 strikeout. Michaelis went 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Not far off. And then Bryce Elder went 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. That's what we all pictured, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
We were definitely picturing a pitcher's duel today of Bryce Elder versus Miles Michaelis.
And they got one out of that series. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Off a Gorman RBI, 3 RBI double.
Gorm.
Shout out Gorm.
Is he hitting above 200 yet?
Probably not. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't think
actually
so.
know.
I hope
I'm
so.
looking
Might
it
be.
up. I don't think he's a 231.
Just barely.
Just
Not
barely
bad.
making it.
The
Jordan
highest-
Walker's under 200 too. So
762 OPS.
Watch out.
I have it's 721 as of today's game.
Oh, is it? I guess this isn't
Yeah.
updated.
Yeah, it
That's-
depends.
it's not
MLB,
far off Trout.
the MLB app brings it up or updates it the fastest.
Mm.
If you're on like Baseball Reference, it's usually the day before.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jordan Walker's hitting a buck 98. My dad
That-
wonders why I don't watch any of the Cardinals games. That's why. The number one
Mason
prospect
Wynn's
in
back.
baseball. Yeah. The number one prospect in baseball, what was it, last year?
Was he really?
I'm pretty sure
I
Jordan
think
Walker
it was
the
2
number
years
one.
ago. I think it was
Maybe
2 years
maybe it
ago.
was 2 years. You actually, I think you're right. I think it was 2 years ago. Jordan
I don't
Walker
think he
was the
ever got
number one
number
prospect.
one, did he?
I thought he did.
I know he was top 10.
That's sad.
I know he was top 10, but I thought because remember he went off during the spring training, and
Yeah.
right after that, I believe he was number one prospect.
Yeah, it might have been.
It
Yeah.
wasn't one of those Red Sox prospects like Blaze Jordan or something that wasn't
Probably.
Marcelo Mayer.
They had like 1,000 of them. Oh, I guess no. Jordan Walker was never number one. He was number 3. He was above Ellie De La Cruz at one point.
Naturally.
Can
And
we
Josh
stop
Young.
talking about this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I
sorry.
want to hone in on it, actually.
No, please don't.
Yeah, sorry. We're gonna twist the knife a little bit. On top of that, did you know that Wilson Contreras is hitting 200? I'm just kidding.
What's his
I hate my
OPS?
pain.
What's his OPS, bro?
When I checked, it was 5 something. It was like 5.5.
574.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 574.
Look at that. On a
There's your
fucking
That's
DH,
great.
guys. Good job.
All right, now let's talk about the Mets because the Mets we might owe the Mets an apology. Me and Brennan specifically might owe the Mets an apology, honestly, because I was way down on the Mets. I shouldn't say way down. I thought they were a third place team in their division because I thought the Braves would be good. I thought the Phillies would Philly, but because you looked at the pitching staff.
You saw Ace
And-
Clay Holmes? You're like,
Yeah,
all right, man.
that's all you need to hear. Ace Clay Holmes, and you're like, oh, you mean Clay Holmes, the closing pitcher for the Yankees last year? That's exactly who I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah, they're 8-2 in their last 10 though, and they're pitching. They have the best ERA in baseball currently. I'm sorry, it's yeah. They have the best ERA in baseball with a 2.37. Best FIP with a 2.74. Their starters have the best ERA in baseball with a 2.29. The best FIP in baseball with a 2.71. And their bullpen is also good. Second best, and that's with Edwin Diaz just like crashing out actively.
I don't know
that's another
what it is
user
with
note.
him, man.
Edwin
He's
Diaz
weird.
injured with hip dysplasia.
They called it a hip cramp. I didn't know you
Yeah.
could do that, but
I mean, I can't lie. I've felt that before.
I had to,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. I've definitely cramped my hip. It's not comfortable, honestly.
I
At
can
all.
imagine.
But yeah, starters have a 2.29 ERA. Best FIP with a 2.71 ERA. Or their bullpen 2.47 with a 2.77 FIP. Do they continue this? Does their starting? I shouldn't say continue this. Does their starting pitch, or I should say, does their pitching hold to a top 10 in baseball? Starters and relievers.
I'm gonna go yes, and it's
Really?
just a gut feeling. Because the Mets are weird. They always do weird shit like this. Everyone, what's the word?
Miracle Mets.
Everyone counts them out, and then for some reason they're just good. I knew they'd be good. I still called them a third place team because I didn't think Atlanta would suck this bad. But my Carlos Mendoza Manager of the Year pick's looking pretty good. In April.
It is.
In April.
Because if they,
in April.
Yes, it is April. It is April. That's the thing. Me and Brennan went through this last year with, except for it was the Astros that we were panicking on, and we're like, look. And to be fair, it was like late May by the time the fucking Astros decided to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, they took a while.
Yeah, and they were literally in last place, and it was like, oh, they were like they were 10 games back at one point. So it was like, yeah, they suck. And then they were like, oh yeah, well we're still the Astros. So, but yeah, I don't. It is April, so it's early to say. Do they stay in the top 10? I'm gonna go no. I say I think by the end of the season they float right around like 15. So like they're at mid pitching staff.
I was going to say they regress to the mean.
Yeah,
I don't think they keep this up for, they might keep it up for a while, but I think eventually by the time everything's said and done, I think they just regress to just about the mean.
Yeah, because I mean,
there's nothing in this pitching staff that is like that. I'm really like, yeah, but
I mean, Tyler McGill doesn't do it for you.
I mean,
and he's been disgusting. He's been disgusting.
I'm like, why?
He's been so good this year.
It's like, what? Like, I think
he's still got a sub-1.
I didn't think he was horrible, but like, what is this? Where's this coming from? Is he learning from Clay Holmes? Like what's going on?
He's so terrible. He's got a 109.
Ugh.
Trade him. Fucking horrible. A 109. And hang on. Shut the fuck up.
Are you talking about the .79 out of Senga? Yeah.
Oh, let's not strikeout pitcher fucking Tyler McGill. Right now rocking 10.9 strikeouts per 9.
Sure. Why not?
What?
You know?
What? Last year in 78 innings, he did have a 10.5, to be fair. But before that, 7.5?
Yeah, where's this coming from, man? I don't get it.
What's Clay? And I think Clay Holmes is probably their worst starter currently.
And he's not even been that bad.
He's hasn't been bad.
ERA he is.
Yeah, 3.16. Trade him. Send him down. They sent him down. They got Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning can handle this shit themselves. What has Griffin Canning got? Oh, really 3.12. What the fuck? David Peterson. If David Peterson has a sub-2, I'm crashing out.
He might. He's good.
I think he does.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's the worst in ERA.
David Peterson?
3.27.
Fucking horrible.
I'd kill for that right now.
Like, they're going to get Sean Manaea back, who was supposed to be their ace. And they're going to be like...
Well, they're missing someone else.
Frankie Montas.
I wouldn't even want him back. Like, bro, stay home.
And, like, then you look at their bullpen and you're like, okay, maybe if this was 10 years ago, maybe.
That's
Edwin
what I'm
Diaz,
looking at here. Yeah.
Brian Stanek, Reed Garrett, Jose Buto, AJ Minter, Paul Blackburn.
I don't get it.
Their team gives me headaches because I'm like, okay, if you told me their offense was good, I'd be like, that makes sense. Juan Soto's been terrible. Like, I shouldn't say it. Juan Soto hasn't been Juan Soto.
I mean, he hasn't been.
Pete Alonso has been hitting the ball, though.
Pete Alonso has been fucking raking.
Luis Torrens is going nuts. Like, yeah. Because, sure.
Because that's what we were worried about. That's what we expected.
Yeah, Yankees. He's only batting .228. 84 OPS, but he's been clutch, though. He's come up with, like, these insane clutch go-ahead hits, like, all the time.
Man, like, they confuse me so much. Speaking
that's Mets baseball.
Yeah, that is Mets baseball, and somehow they're good. Like, somehow they're 10-2 in their last 10. Do they have the best?
They have the best record in baseball.
Yeah, they have the best record in baseball. The best second best run differential in the National League. Oh, and in baseball. Because yeah,
man.
Why would they not? They're on a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah.
They get the Cardinals for 3 of those.
Yeah, they can.
Four.
I can't think.
Four. That was a
Four.
4-game
Yeah,
series.
it was a 4-game sweep. Yep.
All right, so does this 7-game win streak really count?
No,
Probably not.
it's the Cardinals. No, it does not.
Mickey Mouse win streak.
They played the Cardinals, for God's sakes. Like, they had Miles Michaelis start one of those games.
And Fetty started another one.
It's
Yeah.
just 2 asterisks to start off the win.
Eric
win
Fetty,
streak.
Miles Michaelis. I think Steven Matz started one of those too.
Yeah,
Actually, I think Matz did look pretty good.
Yeah, he must have because he started that game, the closer of the Astros series. So yeah, he probably did pitch in that series.
Speaking of old relievers, Drew Pomeranz traded to the Cubs.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, Drew Pomeranz used to be a really good reliever. Like,
He was awesome.
10
Like,
years
for the
ago.
Padres?
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, when he was with the Padres, he was disgusting. Like, and he wasn't quite Andrew Miller, like in the fact that he didn't close stuff, but he was like,
He's good.
you could get like 3 innings out of him, and you were like, oh shit, that's what he's giving you, 3 innings of shutout baseball, for a long time. Do you know the last time he's pitched in the MLB? Without looking at my notes.
2022.
Close.
He didn't
2021.
play that year. He
Yep.
didn't play 2022. He was hurt.
Yep. 2021 is the last time he's seen a Major League Baseball field.
Let's get him in our bullpen.
So, well, look, you
How
know
old
what?
is he now? What is he, like 36?
That's what
He's
I'm
got to
guessing.
be pushing. He's got to be at least 35.
He is currently 36.
Yeah.
Yeah, currently 36. Last time he pitched, I mean, in 2021, a 1.75 ERA. Like, that's really good. Issue. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
4
was a
years
while ago.
and an injury ago.
yeah, and an injury ago, and not like a minor injury, one that you were out for literally seasons. And in AAA last year, he had a 5.59. Year before that, 6.0. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. Currently in AAA, he has a 5.59. Prior to
Not
that,
great.
a 6. Well, actually, for the entire season, I should say, of 2023, a 14.29. And then in 2022, for the entire season, a 7.71. And that's between A ball, rookie ball, AA, and AAA.
Getting spotted up by buddies in rookie ball. It's not great.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only good thing about being a Cardinals fan is I think we can definitively say, even though our bullpen sucks ass, we can say our bullpen is better than the Cubs.
I mean, if you're the Cubs, what do you really lose from this deal?
You
Ultimately,
you could lose
nothing. I mean,
games. You could lose
I'm pretty
games.
sure it's a minor league deal, too.
Yeah,
Like,
you lose 2-3 games. You're like, all right, maybe this isn't working this time. Then you just
Yeah.
throw them back down to AAA and you call it a day. I mean,
yeah.
what do? Drop a couple games to the Pirates or the Reds? I mean,
But then you're out of the playoffs by 1 game, and you're like, why did we bring up Drew Pomeranz, man?
Yeah, right now, the bullpen for the
I
Cubs...
would hope that happens, honestly.
That'd be so funny.
Poetic if Drew Pomeranz is the catalyst to the Cubs not making the playoffs. I'm
That-
all in.
We're going to mark this day. Mark this day, April 23rd of 2025. This is the day that started the Cubs' downfall into not making the 2025 playoffs.
Drew Pomeranz is why they aren't bringing back Kyle Tucker.
A little bit of DP.
I don't know how Baseball Reference calculates this, but the Cubs allegedly have a 20.9% chance to win the World Series.
Yep, and I believe they have the highest % chance of anybody in baseball currently.
It's because they signed Nicky Lopez.
It must be. Drew Pomeranz, work your magic.
Yes, Drew Pomeranz. But the Cubs bullpen is fucking atrocious. Like, for as good as overall, I mean, they have a good starting pitching staff. Their offense is good defensively. That bullpen is fucking atrocious. They're
It's
fourth worst
really
in
bad.
baseball with a 5.34 ERA and a 4.28 FIP. And then they decided to sign Drew Pomeranz to turn the ship around. A guy who hasn't played baseball since 2020, or I shouldn't say played baseball, played Major League Baseball since 2021. Which the thing is, it's not like this is like the first year that they've had a bad bullpen. Like last year, their bullpen was atrocious. Let's see, what were they last year? They were. I have it as relief pitchers. Relief pitchers. They're not as bad as I thought they were. But I did just see it. And I'm annoyed now. Chicago. So they were 11th in baseball with a 3.81, which is not as bad as I thought it would be. Honestly, I thought it was going to be significantly worse. But still, if your bullpen was an issue last year and you went out and signed Kyle Tucker, don't you think like maybe bolster that? Like do something about it? Because obviously you're making a push.
While we're on the Kyle Tucker sort of subject, did you see the tweet that went out of someone who talked to some inside sources saying like maybe his agent or someone who works with his agent that like, oh, what are the chances the Cubs, reach a deal with Kyle Tucker? And he said, is there a number less than 0?
Yep. Which, fair. It's fucking fair. I mean, honestly, that is the truth. Like, did you see, I thought you were going to talk about, so did you see all right, so WAR has been...
Oh, there's more layers? There's more layers to this?
No, it's the same, this is a different, like, it's still on Kyle Tucker, but different subset of things. Did you see the tweet that was showing WAR, the statistic WAR has been under fire on Twitter recently.
Yeah,
by a lot. And if you look up the WAR statistics between Kyle Tucker and Fernando Tatis Jr., Kyle Tucker has Tatis beat in every single statistic, minus wins above replacement, and it's by 0.7, I want to say. And the only other stat is Tatis has one more homer. And somehow they're saying that Tatis is 0.7 wins above replacement better than Kyle Tucker currently is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it up because we have technology and I can do that. We have technology. No, not career. Fuck. I done fucked up.
The more I look at this team, I don't know. The more I'm like, I'm just so confused at what they're trying to do.
That's what I feel about the Cubs. Like,
yeah,
it's just
the past couple of years, it's like, okay, yeah, you're kind of a shoe-in because the Brewers are frauds constantly. Like, they're just a fraudulent franchise. The Cardinals suck. The Pirates are the Pirates, and the Reds are swinging at everything. The Reds are a nightmare to watch. I don't know if you've watched any of them.
So
they look
bad, bro.
horrible.
They look at, which is crazy because like you look at the Reds roster and you're like, shit, this could be the year.
They should be good. They
like,
should
you look
be
at,
good.
You're like, fuck, Ellie De La Cruz might win MVP. Matt McClain's back. Spencer Steer was pretty good. Tyler Stevenson's one of the best hitting catchers when he's fucking healthy.
They're just a train wreck, dude.
Yeah,
it's
and
so
then also they go off and they're like, okay, we got rid of Jonathan India, and it was like, all right, cool. And you got Brady Singer for it, which Brady Singer's been fucking nasty for them. And it's like, yeah, they should be good. Nope, can't do it.
No,
they're terrible.
They just can't do it. Like, why? Like, why? Why can you not just like
just be good?
Like,
man. It's right there.
It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I pulled it up. The Kyle Tucker, Fernando Tatis. Tatis, 2.1 wins above replacement. Kyle Tucker has 2 more games played. 16 more plate appearances. 1 more hit. 1 less homer. 8 more RBIs. 1 less stolen base. 0.024 lower in batting average, and then clears him in every other statistic, which is OBP, slug, OPS, OPS plus. And somehow Fernando Tatis is 0.8 wins above replacement more. Yeah. Because what started this whole thing was someone tweeted out saying, like, Kyle Tucker's the front runner for MVP currently, which...
wow, I'm so surprised.
Yeah, I'm like, can anybody... And also, can you really disagree with it? This guy, one guy disagreed with it and was like, well, Fernando Tatis cleared him and then, like, he was like, he clears him in all the stats. And then, like, the guy pulled up and was like, he clears him in one stat, that's wins above replacement. And I'm not gonna say like flawed statistic, but
What is the meme?
Fuck.
The meme says something like "war only counts when it helps my
When it helps
argument" or
your-
something
yeah.
like that.
yeah, exactly. War
That's
only counts when it helps
that's
my
how
argument.
I use it.
That's how everyone uses it.
That's how Nick used it against me earlier this fucking week.
I mean, that was the whole argument that you saw there. It's like, oh, well, Tatis is a higher WAR. It's like, okay, but whatever.
But literally every other statistic is like, no. Yep. So, anyways, war's trash. Don't use it anymore. I'm going to use it for my arguments whenever it supports my argument.
Just
War.
you never use it.
What is it
That's
good
what
for?
it's
Yeah, just you never use it unless it's bad for your argument. Then go ahead, use it.
Yeah.
Since we're still waiting on Brennan's crash out, because let's text him and see where the fuck he's at. Because I would like his crash out before we go into say no to walks. But
Has
I gotta.
Pete Crow Armstrong actually been having a decent year this year?
Yes,
he has been
somehow.
He's been
I want to see what he's fielding.
everything.
Defense man, how are you fielding?
Defense man.
He's been hitting some bombs,
He has
So,
been.
but
Oh man, his fielding stats are great. What
yeah,
the...
that was yeah.
Shit, he's got 4 homers already and 8 stolen bases. Oh shit.
I do have a little tidbit while we wait for
Go ahead.
Brendan. Unfortunately, my AL MVP pick has suffered his annual 10-day IL stint. So
Corey Seager.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's his hamstring.
I forgot who it was, and then you
God,
said IL, and I was like, oh, Corey Seager.
God only knows when he's coming back. It was his hammy.
So
Let's
he'll be
see.
back in July, and then he's going to hit 32 homers in just the month of July, and then he'll be out for the rest of the season again.
They expect it to be short. It was just
So July.
tightness.
So July.
Oh no, the clip of it doesn't look good. He was running to first and he pulled his hammy and he grabbed his hammy halfway down. He didn't even run it out. Oh,
He'll be... Being real, I think it's probably just a pulled hammy. Give it 2 weeks, he'll be fine. PCA's actually got an 834 OPS. That's pissing me off.
I know. I don't like it.
I love it because he was a Met and now he is not.
I mean, that's fair enough. I can't really fight you there.
Yeah.
What was that trade? Who'd they get from the Cubs? It's going
Do
to be
you guys
someone
have-
obvious.
An overreaction or
Javi
underreaction?
Baez.
Yes, it was Javi Baez. Thank you.
You're right. Good one.
They made out like thieves. I used technology.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
I couldn't type that fast.
They made out like thieves in that though. Like
That they did.
Javi Baez is.
I mean-
Javi Baez, the center fielder.
Should we talk about another team that made out like thieves? The Padres on the Juan Soto deal?
Yeah.
it's unreal.
Nick, yeah. I'm joking. We're not going to rehash that. That was a while back. I just wanted to get Nick's depression.
I mean, I was always sending Michael King in that deal. I would do it again because we went to the World
You do.
Series.
No, it was
Yeah.
it was the right thing to do. But now in 2025, it is funny. like-
well, for you guys, I'm glad you get your
Yes.
laughs.
Yes. For
but-
for fans of every other team, it's funny now.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
At the time.
they don't have Higgy anymore. I can't believe Higgy was ever holding up that deal.
yeah.
Oh,
yes. We're getting Brendan back
Look
for his
who's
crash out.
back.
the
We get his
big
crash
barn.
out. Thank God.
Scheduled crash out appearance.
Scheduled crash out appearance.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right.
The Dish has been a problem,
needs an IT guy.
and it's
He
still,
does need an IT guy.
it's-
Unfortunately,
it's-
he's experiencing some connectivity issues.
Naturally.
IT
I also
local
have
IT
been
guy, help him
experiencing
out.
those.
I'm
Wait,
good.
can you hear me or no? Hold on.
Throws off the
We're
clock.
just gonna let him crash out on here.
Turn it off and turn it back on again.
Are you sure it's plugged in?
Are you sure it's plugged in?
If I get over there and it's plugged in, I used to use that one all the time. Just talking to you like your mom used to talk to you. If I get over there and I find it,
I've had that happen before with when I used to own a pool cleaning company back in Vegas, and the amount of times people would be like, "Me heater's not working," and then I'd get over there and it wouldn't be fucking like they literally just wouldn't have turned it on, and I was like, cool. Well, it's working if you hit the on button.
You probably made some good money having a pool company in Vegas. You probably made decent money.
It was kind of like family trade kind of thing. Both my parents own pool cleaning companies, so I was in college and I was like, I need to be able to schedule my own hours, so I just opened the pool cleaning.
Oh, that's
company.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yep. So that's what I ended up doing. While we're waiting on Brendan to reconnect, we'll just go through these Saturday walks because we got a couple, and one of them I want Nick to go into because he said to buy stock. He said to buy stock. He was right, and I already was kind of like I'd already started like I'm not gonna say like buying stock, but like you know how like if you have a
you were watching it. It was on your watch list.
Yeah, it was like exactly. It was on my watch list. I was like, we'll see. All right, first one. Chris Ubik, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 runs, 6 Ks. He's been actually nasty this year.
He's been real good.
Really good. I don't know why I always want to call him Kyle Bubik. I don't know why. Or is that even how I pronounce his name? Anybody know how
I
to
think
pronounce
it's
that?
Bubich.
Bubich?
One of those
but
Balkan
there's
names.
no thing. So
There's no H.
well, there's no
there's
accent
an
over the
accent.
C.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Yeah, so in his 5 starts, he's got a 1.45 ERA and 31 innings pitched. His FIP says it should sustain 2.38. Everything looks good. I mean, the WHIP 1.065, hits per 9 around a 7, walks per 9 a little high, 2.6, strikeouts per 9 around 9.6. But he did say no to walks in his last start, so
that's what matters.
Congrats to him. All right, with this other one, Nick.
All right. So
hang on, I gotta wait.
There you go.
No, hang on. Let me. Why is it being stupid? We need a full drum roll for him.
Max. Oh shit! Oh, it went again. All right.
Our local IT guy needs to fix my shit.
We need a producer.
We do need a producer badly.
And
it shouldn't be the guy who has a full-time job that's got too much shit on his plate.
We can't give him anything else like that.
True.
But Max Meyer of the Marlins goes 6 strong against the Reds, 5 hits, no runs, 14 strikeouts, and no walks, which is the best part about it. And what was that? What was that stat? It was like the only pitcher to do that, to strike out 14 in 6 innings since Randy Johnson.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
You hit it
beautiful stuff.
on the head.
And the only reason I said to buy stock was because I used to bet on him to strike out players the last couple of years, and he's done it well. So there's no actual evidence of me being in on him that much, but he's a coin respecter. Love Max Meyer. Have a couple of his rookie cards.
All right.
Shout out Max Meyer.
I'm finally fucking here.
There he is. There's Brendan.
Dude, I have no idea what the fuck was going on there.
Now we can get a real live crash out. His internet was crashing out. Now we're going to get an actual crash out. Philly's
we'll
crash
play
out.
one game. We'll play one game of the show and we'll see the crash out increase exponentially.
No, so like
I have to do too much editing then.
I mean, realistically, like this, if I'm looking at it from an objective standard, there's not enough talent on this team for it to even be a playoff contender. Like I'm just being honest. Like, yeah, they have the names. Yeah, they have. Technically, they have the power. They only have 12 home runs. So no, they don't really have the power. Yeah, they only have 12 home runs.
Yeah,
they've allowed like 30 plus at this point. I mean,
just a little laughs. Like Jesus fuck.
I would have.
No,
it's
fair.
I would have guessed like 20.
The shift that we just made, the gear shift that we just made, we were just sitting there like shooting the shit. We're talking about defense, man, and now Brendan joins it immediately. Boom.
I mean, like realistically,
it's funny.
Realistically, this team does not have the talent. Like people in the Philadelphia area, like have been calling into like morning shows, all of that, local radio shit that happens in every major sports city. which is fine. Like, people are saying, oh, well, the Eagles started 2-2. Yeah, the Eagles team was far more talented than this Phillies team. It's just a fact. Like, that Eagles team was way better than this Phillies team. And I'm not even trying to bring up football. I'm just saying, like, comparison's sake, there's no parallel here. Like, the Phillies team is old, overpaid, and not able to hit the ball. Like, they have been bludgeoned by the Mets in the last 8 games they've played. They've won 1.
That's nuts.
They're not capable of making the necessary adjustments to beat this team, because they have shown you through their play that they will not adjust. They won't. And that's on them. It's not on anyone else. If the coaching staff tells them to adjust and they just refuse, that's on them. Like, it's on the players at that point. What else can you do? Like, I mean, at this point, they're 13-12. Yeah, sure. It's early season. It's midway early season. The sky isn't technically falling. Could they technically still be a playoff team? Yes, but do I expect them to be competitive? The only reason I would expect them to be competitive in the postseason is because of that pitching staff. Do I expect them to be competitive because of the bullpen? No, that bullpen sucks ass. Like, major ass. It has downgraded massively since every other year we've been in the playoffs. It's
Should have
terrible.
signed Drew Pomeranz.
Yeah, that might have fixed it. I don't know. Maybe he's the magic key. But, like, genuinely, I don't see this team making any noise. I for one, I know I haven't been on camera in a while. I had several other mishaps going on during this. Like, realistically, I don't see a window. I think the window is shut. Like, I think it's completely shut. I don't see this team winning a championship. I think they need to move on from, like, virtually everyone. And I think it would be in their best interest to sell at the deadline. At this point, unless they go on some crazy winning streak, they're 47-47 since July 1st of last year.
Oh my god.
There is no turnaround in sight. This is a 500 baseball team.
So,
And when the team in 2012 went 81-81, at least they won a World Series. Like, at least they won a World Series and had several World Series appearances in that window and were actually competitive. Here, no, they've just regressed and have continuously gotten worse. I don't see this team winning a ring. I don't see any improvement under the current leadership. And genuinely, I think Harper's going to retire without a ring. Like, I genuinely think he's going to retire without a ring, because this team has shown no marked improvement since the window opened, and I think the window's shut. And
I'm going to disagree completely.
you can disagree
thought.
completely with me, and that's fine. But I like, genuinely, from, like, a fan perspective, I don't see this improving or getting better.
I mean, if you looked at the All-Star break last year, the Phillies were off to the best start they'd had since what? 1804? It was something ridiculous.
It was ridiculous, yes.
It was ridiculous.
And technically, they started better this year. But now they were 8-2, and now they're 13-12. They're on a 4-game losing streak.
It's a power outage. And the reason I don't think, like you said before, they should sell at the deadline, I wouldn't go that far, because if you're talking about selling at the deadline, this team is not that far. Yeah. If you're gonna talk about selling at the deadline, they're not that far removed. And honestly, if anything, I would say they should buy at the deadline, because what I think they need a power bat. They need one more power bat.
They need a power right-handed bat.
And they need some bullpen help. Like,
yeah, like, and
I think those are doable things.
They have been in the conversations for Mason Miller, and
that ain't happening. I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't happening.
No, it's not happening. However, I would take Seth Halverson from the Rockies. I would take Seth Halverson. I like Seth Halverson, but like
Tristan
genuinely,
McKenzie, and you'll like it.
Oh man,
Tristan McKenzie, DFA Tristan McKenzie.
Yep, we talked
you
about
missed
that.
you missed that. We just talked about it.
He's
Yeah,
a
who's
Yankee.
Sticks going to?
Nick
Uh,
thinks it's the Yankees.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Yankees. I think the Orioles should take a shot at him, but that's not going to happen because they don't like. Because you saw that thread, Tyler. I sent you that thread
Yeah.
about Mike Elias not wanting to
Yep.
have
So bad.
a. Mike Elias doesn't want to have pressure on him, which is a problem. However, with the Phillies, it's like I don't think they realize that the window is closing. I don't think they
I'll
realize
agree that it's closing.
It's
That
I don't
we've
think it's
talked about that
shut
before.
yet.
I
Yes,
think it's
I
shut.
definitely
I
agree it's
don't
closing.
like. All right, as a Phillies fan, as much as it pains me to say it, I think that this window is shut because of who's on the team and how old they are. I don't
I mean-
think. I look, dude. I don't want to say it's shut, but I think it's shut. Like I'm fully out on this season already, and it's 25 games in because one they don't look like they hate the fact that they're losing. Like they're losing, and they're losing either badly or close games where they should be winning. And it doesn't look like they care. And that's the fastest way. That is the fastest way to get the entirety of the Phillies fan base out on you. And I think they're losing the fans already. I genuinely believe they
I can
have
agree with
lost
that, but
most of the
to
fans
lose
already.
the Phillies fans, you gotta have 2 bad games. They're like Yankees fans.
Yes, but
Like,
Hey,
dude,
okay,
it's April and
it's
you're already
most of us, okay?
you're already out. Like it is
all
April
right,
23rd,
I'm just saying.
and you're
I'm
like,
just
I'm
saying.
out. Like that's Phillies fans.
I'm just saying it like if you look like you don't care, which most of these players look like they don't care, you've already lost the fan base. Like you're going to come home after. I'm fully convinced they're getting swept by the Cubs this series. I think they're getting swept by the
Cubs
Cubs.
are hot.
Kyle Tucker
I think they're
audition.
going to get swept by the Cubs, come back into Philadelphia, get booed out of the fucking stadium, probably lose the series against whoever the fuck they play next, and no one's going to show up to the next like 12 games. I think we're looking at 2018 Phillies attendance levels, where our starting rotation was Tyler, Nick, and Sean, and me, and I genuinely think that that's where we're at this point. Like, this team has fully bought out of the fight until you're dead kind of mindset, and they're out of it. Like, they're done. Like, they rolled over and died in every game against the Mets. The only reason the first game was close was because Bryson Stott, for some reason, owns Edwin Diaz. Like, I don't know why, but he does. And that's the only reason that game was close. That game was 5-1 before Bryson Stott hit that homer. And then you know what happened the very next at bat? Bryce Harper struck out on 3 fucking pitches. Like,
His best
and
Jazz
so did
Chisholm
Trey
impression.
Turner. It's like, what exactly are you paying the guys $300 million to do? Apparently, it's strike out on a total of 6 pitches. And you're like, why is our not even an RB'er yet second baseman being the lightning bolt that we need? Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't think this team has it. I don't think they have anything. Like, in the minor leagues, I'm literally just waiting for Andrew Painter to come up so I can watch him. Because I genuinely do not give a shit about anyone outside of Andrew Painter. I'll probably watch Luzardo and Wheeler starts. Nola's dead to me. Nola's dead to me. Like, that dude is so ass. Look, I know we're in the part where I'm supposed to be crashing out. It's like,
You are crashing out.
I may be crashing out. However, I feel like I'm more reserved than I am, like, screaming. Like, this is just, it's just not, there's no reason to be confident in this team. Like, yeah, Max Kepler is hitting the ball hard, and I like Max Kepler. I think he's a good player. However, there's legitimately no reason to be confident in this team. They didn't change. They ran it back for the second year in a row, thinking that the fire was still going to be there. No. They needed a shakeup. You needed to trade someone. You needed to get rid of one of those big contracts and be like, no, this is not good enough. And yet, no, you extended Aaron Nola, whose velocity hasn't topped 92 this year. And it's like, look, man, I know your velocity comes in the midsummer. However, I still need you to be able to pitch well. He can't pitch well. He can't. He physically is currently incapable of pitching well. Well, incapable.
Currently
not
actually
incapable.
leads the National League in earned runs.
Yes, and he's been terrible in every single start.
And losses. He
Yeah,
is
he's
0-5.
He's 0-5. He has been terrible in every single start he's made.
So
like legitimately
the Phillies currently
awful.
their team ERA is eighth worst in baseball.
That doesn't surprise me
Nick,
at all.
You want to say peace?
Yes. I got a dip. Amazing episode again. Brendan. Phillies, man. It's rough.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. I know. I'm watching it. It.
Buy stock in Max Meyer. Peace, everybody.
Yeah, buy stock in Max Meyer.
Peace.
For real.
We already did the say no to walks too. So.
Max Meyer's legit. Anyways, like I'm just saying, like I don't see a reason to believe in this Phillies team. I don't. And I like, as much as I would love to, I just don't see it. I could be wrong, and I'd love to be proven wrong, but I don't see a reason to believe in it. Like, I mean, I picked the Braves to win the division this series, like this season. Like, I picked the Braves to win the division, and I genuinely, at this point, am at the point where I would see Mets and Braves fighting for the division title, and the Phillies finishing third. Like, that's where I'm. That's where I'm at right now.
To give you some hope. Expected FIP for the Phillies is third best in baseball. The FIP for the Phillies overall, they're 11th in baseball. So they're getting a little unlucky. They're hitting, they are 14th, so they're 14th, so basically a 500 ball club, 104 weighted runs created plus, so just slightly better hitting
than average. With that, especially with the Phillies rotation, you would expect better. Because it's like the Phillies rotation is arguably top 3 in baseball. If they have a league average offense, you're probably thinking, like, again, with the Mariners, if they had a league average offense, like, that's a World Series contender. However, they're not hitting like one. Like, it's
the bullpen is the issue for the Phillies.
The bullpen is the biggest issue, because it's like
they're second worst in baseball with a 5.70.
Because you have, at this point, it's probably 5 to 6 arms in that bullpen that you just don't trust whatsoever. Joe Ross had a good outing last night. I'm not going to fault him for that. He's been terrible the rest of the year. It's just a fact. Like, he has been terrible the rest of the year. Do I think that continues? Maybe not. However, do I have renewed hope in this team for any reason? No, I don't. I genuinely do not, because this offense has continued the same mistakes it has for the last 2 to 3 years. And it's the reason they lost the World Series. It's the reason they lost the NLCS. It's the reason they lost the NLDS. Because, I mean, in the World Series, it really wasn't about figuring out how to pitch them. It's just the Astros realized they were better and figured out a way to win. In the NLCS against the Diamondbacks figured out a way to pitch them and did it. And then the Mets copied that in the NLDS and haven't changed since. And they still haven't adjusted to it.
Well, we discussed the Mets. Their pitching staff is actually, we might owe them an apology.
We might owe them an apology. I think it remains to be determined until year's end.
When do we owe them an apology?
I'm talking
year's end. Castellanos apology.
No.
I was going to say All-Star break.
That's what I was going to say.
All-Star break is fair. I think if they're still floating
'Cause if
around
they're
top
top 10?
5, I think if no,
I'd even say top 10.
not top 10, top 5.
If
Because
they're top 10, that's a. We were saying they were going to be the worst pitching staff in baseball.
Well, because it looked like it. Like, just from
I
a
know, but I'm
names
saying if they're top
perspective,
third, the top
I'm
third's
putting
good.
them. I'm saying if they're still top 5 by the All-Star break, yeah, we owe them an apology. If they're top 10
I'm
end of the
apologizing if
season,
they're top 10.
no. If they're top 10 end of the season, then we still owe them an apology. But I'm saying top 5 by the All-Star break because, like, at some point, like, there are going to be games where they blip.
Sure.
But, like, if they're top 10 end of the
Games where they
season
know
and
them.
top 5 All-Star break, yeah, then you owe them an apology. If they finish in the bottom half of the league, then we don't owe them an apology.
Yeah, great.
You see what I'm saying? Like, top
Yeah.
5 All-Star break, fine. Yeah. No, we owe them an apology there. Top 10 end of the season, owe them an apology because, I mean, genuinely, it didn't look like something that was serviceable.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's what
But,
that's
like,
the reason
if
we had
they
them in
finish
third.
outside of the top 10, then it's like, no. If they finish outside of the top 15, you're like, well, yeah, this is what you bought. This is what you got. You know? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like, because this isn't a stellar pitching staff. If they manage top 15, you're like, kudos, bravo. I have no idea how you did that. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, should the Phillies be teeing off on that team? Yeah, absolutely. But they're not because they haven't adjusted. So, I mean, realistically, this is a team that, like, I mean, this should have been a back and forth battle the entire series. And it just wasn't. Like, it just was not. Like, the Mets in the second game of the series got all of their runs with 2 outs. And yes, given that was against our bullpen for a while because Sanchez got hurt. However, in the first game, yeah, sure, it wasn't our best showing ever because the only reason that game was close was because Stott hit a home run in the 9th. Because for some reason, your high school teammate decides he owns Edwin Diaz. Which is cool. It is cool, but, like, you're also like, damn, where was this shit the rest of the night, you know? This most recent game was just a little bit more frustrating because it's like you should have scored more and you just didn't. So you're kind of like, well,
gotta score more runs than the other team to win games.
Exactly, and you're just like, well, you left enough men on base. You did hit better with runners in scoring position, which is an encouraging sign. But it's like you actually need to convert this shit more often than you are right now. So, like, do I think they're not going to make the playoffs? I mean, I'm like teetering on that edge. Like my.
So with that, hang on, Brennan. You told me before this episode you had your overreaction, underreaction. You want to jump right to that?
Yes, I'll jump right to that before I go eat dinner. Overreaction. Phillies don't make the playoffs this year.
I'm going overreaction.
Complete overreaction.
Yep.
And there's, like, I just think that it's, if the bullpen doesn't get reshapen, if the offense doesn't start making adjustments. I know. Come downstairs, I'll be down there. Cut that part out. That's my brother.
Yeah. Hey, you can't see it anyways. Well, actually, whatever.
If you do not adjust and you do not make adjustments, pitching wise, hitting wise, you're gonna be in trouble. Will they make those adjustments? I really hope so. The biggest problem is,
I think you're overreacting, and I think they do.
No.
The team is
fine
too
that
good
you
not
think
to.
It's fine that you think I'm overreacting. However, I genuinely don't see a ton of reasons to be hopeful right now because they haven't adjusted their approach in 3 straight years. Why should I trust them now?
I mean, but to be fair, in those 3 straight years, they've made the playoffs.
Yes, but if teams have started to figure them out, you're going to, eventually that is going to bite you in the ass.
And you added in those 3 years, you've added a Chris Sanchez, a Jesus Lizard,
No, our pitching rotation is probably the best it's been in
Yeah.
all of those years. Like, I mean, Luzardo looks like he genuinely could be a Cy Young caliber pitcher.
Well,
Like,
that's what the A's were hoping for.
It is, and he is currently sitting there in third in odds right now, I believe, in the NL.
Oh, I didn't know he was that high. But
I
it doesn't
think
shock
he
me.
is
He's
that
been
high.
disgusting.
He's looked nasty in every outing. So,
And
would I say, would I be surprised if they made the playoffs? No. Would I be shocked if they made a run? Slightly. Just because it doesn't seem like that offense has made enough adjustments for it to be feasible in the offseason. Well, the postseason, I mean.
Yeah. All right. So I know you got to go eat dinner. Sean said he's going to hop off soon. Sean, do you have an underreaction, overreaction?
I'm thinking. So I kind of tossed a couple around.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main one that I was focused on was the Cardinals, obviously, and
Fair.
I gotta compose myself. I don't think that the DeWitt family gives a shit that they're like that the Battlehawks of the UFL are doing better than them in attendance right now.
I'm gonna say underreaction.
Overreaction or an underreaction? Like, which way are you going there? Because most of the generally, I'm gonna go underreaction.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the point I was leading into was that this is going to cause them to do some shit like the Marlins basically did, where we're terrible in attendance, but we produce a semi-decent fringe type of product,
and then we're just going to keep.
And then we
back.
we just ship them out to places that'll take them.
I'm saying you're right on par. I think that's
no,
what they've been fucking doing.
I'd agree with that.
Like, I doing for the last 100%
agree with that. Okay, actually, I have a fun one that's completely different from my Phillies crash out. Right. But look, I'm pissed at this team right now, and if they go on a 20-game winning streak, I'll be fine. They're not going to do that. But regardless, my overreaction, underreaction that I have right now is while the Orioles drafted so well recently, position players, all of these guys coming up are just like top 50 prospects, right? Like Kierstad, Holiday, Henderson, Adley, all of these guys. Overreaction, underreaction. They focused too much on the position player aspect, did not focus enough on pitching in their minor league system. I feel like that's an underreaction minimum.
No, I feel like that's spot on.
I think so too.
I think it's spot on.
Like they just didn't focus on pitching at all, and it cost them like a lot because I know that Mike Elias is. I mean, based on the articles that I've read, Mike Elias is I'm gonna censor myself. He's a dork. That guy cannot handle pressure and will not handle pressure. So he's focusing on not putting pressure on himself. And it's going to cost him his job, and it's going to cost him a career in the major leagues. And I think the fact that he did not think about pitching at all is his own fault, and he's going to pay dearly for it because I don't think he sees another major league job after this. If the Orioles miss the playoffs this year, I don't think he sees another major league job.
I think it's when the Orioles don't make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, because
I would agree.
You missed my underreaction, overreaction. My reaction was the Orioles finished 4th or 5th in the AL East.
That's an underreaction. I think they finished 5th.
Everyone else said spot on. So
yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think they finished last. Like because that offense can only do so much.
Yeah, that pitching staff is atrocious. So
that pitching staff is the worst in the major leagues for a reason, and it's going to remain that way because they're not going to make a deal at the deadline. They no longer have the farm system to do it.
Yep.
It's over. Like your window opened
This
and
episode,
closed in a
episode
matter
63,
of
it's over.
this window opened and closed in a matter of 3 years because of Mike Elias. So if you're a Baltimore Orioles fan and you're listening to this podcast, don't direct your anger towards us. Direct your anger towards leadership.
Yep.
Don't do
We feel ya.
anything. Don't do anything illegal. But like,
Coming from the Phillies fan.
I look. I didn't even say anything irrational about Dave Dombrowski or ownership. Just
He kept it pretty tame today. He just
I did.
crashed out.
I'm mad. Like I am mad, but I'm not gonna
We can
suggest burning someone's house down. Like, I mean, I'm not Chris. Like, Chris already leaked Brian Snitker's address. I don't need that. Like,
All the Braves fans are doing that.
Oh,
I saw
okay,
quite.
okay.
I saw quite a bit
Okay.
of it.
Okay, I'm glad that you cleared that up because I was gonna be like, damn it, am I gonna have to freaking
no.
cut
Chris,
that now?
Braves
Braves
fans
Twitter's
have been
crazy.
doing that.
Okay,
Like,
okay, good.
Braves
Okay.
Twitter has been doing that for a little while now.
Okay, good.
So,
With
like,
that,
I mean, at this point, you're like, where do we go from here? And apparently, Braves Twitter has turned to doxing, which is a federal offense. Fellas, let's not dox anyone.
We say no to walks and say no to jail
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't say we
Or
do
prison.
not say yes to
Or
jail.
prison.
or prison.
Yeah, no, prison, jail.
We say no to walks and no to crimes.
Yes, let's not commit any crimes. However, like, I mean, if you're an Orioles fan,
However,
if you're an Orioles fan, I understand your anger. Direct it not at us, please.
or do because we don't.
Oh,
they
Switzerland's
do-
guy is going to be so mad.
Switzerland guy's gonna be
Maybe
pissed.
he's an Orioles fan.
he's an Orioles fan. He's gonna be like, "Fuck these guys! I'm done listening." And I'm like, "Guys, our viewership is down big time this
Look,
this,
man,
this episode."
we're big on the Orioles. Like, I mean, me and Tyler are, at least. Like, we
You
like
are.
the Orioles. Hey, you're part of the
We're-
Bird Club.
Yeah, that's true. We all be bird watching.
So, like, at this
Alright.
point, you're just like, with the
Yeah,
Orioles,
it's-
it's like the measure of frustration has to be incredibly high because you probably have the most talented young core in baseball. However,
It's unfair.
you have the worst pitching staff in baseball by a measurable distance.
They're literally its opposite day of the Mariners. Like
I knew
they're
you
the
were gonna-
opposite day
No,
of
no,
the
no.
that
Mariners.
as
I
soon
mean,
as you said opposite day.
seriously,
Yeah.
seriously. If you gave the Mariners pitching staff the Orioles hitters, or vice versa, that's the best team in baseball, bar
It's
none.
Dodgers. It's the Dodgers. Like
It's better than the Dodgers. Are you kidding? If you had Kirby versus, you're gonna tell me Kirby versus the Dodgers number 2 was a mismatch there, with Gunnar
Kirby
Henderson
versus
leading
Yamamoto,
off.
or Kirby versus
Dog, we're gonna be watching pitchers duels for 5 games.
Oh, I know it's going to be all pitchers duels, but the number. I mean, where it heavily leans towards the Phillies, or I'm sorry, the Mariners pitching staff is the 5 guy. But by that time, we could be looking at piggybacking a Clayton Kershaw, who is, former 3-time Cy Young.
Just get Jack Caglione from the Royals.
Yeah, Anyways, this episode,
Someone
It's-
needs to steal Jack Caglione off the Royals.
or the Royals can just be good finally.
They're not doing a great job of that.
They're
No,
not.
they're
but
not.
I'm
They're
just saying they
doing a
could be.
terrible job of that. They're sacrificing Cole Reagans.
That is true, and Bobby Witt Jr.
It's
And
unfortunate.
Pascantino.
and Pasquatch.
Yeah, poor
Love that.
Pasquatch.
Everyone's got to go eat dinner. So
All right,
later, everybody.
Already.
good episode, guys. You know where to
Yep.
follow us. Peace out. We'll see you next time.
Say no to walks or jail or prison.
Yeah,
yes,
don't do that.
All of those.